Just you have to bear it with me. Right? Yes. Whether am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can
Yes,
anyone
ma'am.
remind me what we have seen in the last lecture? Oh, from where we
R3.
have. Yes. I think we were seeing one theorem related to unit speed reparameterization, right? You want to find out the reparameterization in such a way that that is a unit speed. Okay, what was the statement of a theorem if you remember? If alpha is a curve in R3, there exists a reparameterization beta of alpha such that beta has a unit speed. Okay, so let me write down the statement once again. If alpha is a regular curve, okay, we have discussed what is a regular curve. In E3 space, there exists, that means we have to show the existence of a reparameterization. There exists a reparameterization beta of a curve alpha such that beta has unit speed. Such that beta has a unit speed. Okay. So, anyone having a doubt related to the statement? I have explained you what is a statement. We have been provided with the alpha is a regular curve. What do you mean by regular curve? Alpha dash of t is not equal to 0. That means the curve is not going to stop anywhere in the provided interval, right? And we have solved the examples also based on the regular curve. That means we have been provided with alpha of t. We have to check that alpha dash of t is equal to 0 or not equal to 0 in the provided interval. Okay. Next is we have to show the existence of a reparameterization beta such that beta has a unit speed. Again, whatever we have discussed in the last lecture, that suppose everyone is traveling from point A to B, everyone will have a different speed, everyone will reach to the destination point at some different time. Okay, so to avoid all this, what we will do, we will find out a beta reparameterization of a curve alpha such that beta has a unit speed. Okay, yes, anyone having a doubt related to the statement?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if not, let me start with the proof. If alpha is a curve, so we will start with the proof that alpha is a curve from open interval I to E3, and given that it is a regular curve means what? Alpha dash of t is not equal to 0 for all t belongs to the open interval I. Correct? This is what our say equation 1. And we know that length of a curve is given by. I hope you remember this. We have seen in the last lecture that how the length of the curve is found, right? Because your velocity is nothing but your distance upon the time. You can write s upon t. So what is s? S is velocity into time t. Now if I want to do it on a that is if it is ds is equal to v dt. Right? If I integrate, I will get s is equals to v dt. Now what do you mean by your s? S is nothing but your arc length. Okay, so I hope you remember this. We have solved this in the last lecture. What is arc length, how it is done, how it is found, right? So we know that the length of the curve alpha from a point t equal to a to any point t is given by s of t is equals to integration t equal to a to any point t norm of alpha dash of u. I will write down here. Why? Because t parameter already हमने यहाँ पे use किया है, right? So instead of writing t, I have written here alpha dash of u du. Okay. Fine. So I hope no one is having a problem about this arc length. So what we have to do now, we have to find out reparameterization. So to find out a reparameterization, as I told you that any curve beta, which is a reparameterization of a curve alpha. So alpha is with parameter t. So new curve beta will be with the new parameter s, right? So how to find out this new parameter s? So this new parameter s we are going to find out with the help of a arc length, right? So to have a new parameter s, we are now going to use our definition of a arc length. Okay. So for that, what I will do, we will differentiate the above equation with respect to t. We get what we get is s dash of t. Yes. Yes, please give me a response so that I can understand whether I am in the meeting, because there is some network issues. So if I differentiate the original equation, that is of arc length with respect to t, so it is s dash of t, right? So if you differentiate, this is nothing but ds by dt. So here is also we are going to integrate with respect to t. Barabar na? If you remember,
Yes, ma'am.
we have written the formula, it is alpha dash of t dt. But यहाँ पे t parameter use किया है, that's why I have written here alpha dash of u du. But du is nothing but your dt. So integration derivative both are with respect to t. So what I will get?
Alpha dash of u.
Alpha dash of t.
Okay. So we will get that norm of alpha dash of t. Yes. Because since your alpha dash of 0, alpha dash of a will be some another terms, right? So we can write alpha dash of t is equals to some equation 2, right? So this equation 2, I can write it as ds by dt is equals to norm of alpha dash of t, right? So this is what your equation 2. Now from our given thing, what is given to us? Alpha dash of t is not equal to 0 for all t belongs to your interval I. Barabar?
Yes, ma'am.
So given that alpha is a regular curve, you can write the statement. Given that alpha is a regular curve, so what will be this one? This is non-zero. So I can say ds by dt is also non-zero. Rather, we can consider it is greater equal by 0. Why this is so? Because मैंने यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? Norm नहीं लिखा है, right? What is given to us? Alpha dash of t not equal to 0, right? But here norm is there. अगर alpha dash of t not equal to 0 है और यहाँ पे हम norm की condition impose कर रहे हैं, right? We know that norm is greater equal to 0, but not equal to 0 की condition हमने remove किया, तो norm will be strictly greater than 0. बरोबर?
Yes, ma'am.
समझते सगळ्यांना?
Yes, ma'am.
So I can now remove this equality condition. So what I will write instead of this, I can write ds by dt is strictly greater than 0. क्योंकि हमने नॉर्म की सभी कंडीशन स्टडी किया है ना. नॉर्म का कंडीशन क्या है? नॉर्म विल बी इक्वल टू 0. दैट इज नॉर्म ऑफ x इज इक्वल टू 0 ओनली इफ योर x इज 0. बट यहाँ पे कंडीशन क्या है? x नॉन जीरो है. दैट मीन्स अल्फा डैश ऑफ t इज नॉट इक्वल टू 0. So that's why I can say that ds by dt is strictly greater than 0. So by differential calculus, we know the result. By differential calculus, we know the result. What we know the result? If suppose ds by dt is strictly greater than 0, that means your s is a function of t. अगर s function of t है तभी हम differentiate कर सकते हैं ना?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
now I can write s is a function of t. So inverse function exists. So I can say there exists inverse function. Right? Everyone knowing what is the inverse function? So I can write if s is a function of t, I can write t in terms of s. That is t is a function of s. Because अगर x is equal to y square मैं लिख रही हूँ, right? So I can write y is equal to root x. So both are functions of one another.
Yes, ma'am.
If s is a function of t, I can have t is the function of s. So now I can differentiate. So what is the derivative? dt by ds is equals to 1 upon ds by dt. Inverse function है ना वो. So if this one is greater than 0, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमने प्रूव किया है ds by dt is strictly greater than 0. So if denominator is strictly greater than 0, what I can write? Yes.
dt
ds
upon t is less than 0.
We have t is a function of s now from this equation, right? ds by dt greater than 0 means what? S is a function of t is also function of s. So I can write this equation as dt by dc is equal to dt by ds is equal to 1 upon ds by dt, right? So can I write norm of or mod of dt by ds is equal to dt by ds? क्योंकि हमने नॉन जीरो का कंडीशन रिमूव किया है, राइट? सो आई कैन राइट द इक्वालिटी. मॉड कब लिखते हैं हम लोग? मॉड का डेफिनेशन क्या है? Okay, if you are confusing with that, I hope you understood up to this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we will do now? Let us assume that beta of s be the reparameterization of a curve alpha such that beta of s is equal to alpha of t of s. ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी स्टार्टिंग लेक्चर्स में देखा है ना, रिपैरामीटराइजेशन, राइट? नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू, बीटा डैश ऑफ एस, क्योंकि हमारा मेन ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है यहाँ पे? You have to prove that beta has a unit speed. That means I have to show that beta dash norm of beta dash is equal to 1. अगर norm of beta dash equal to 1 है, ये प्रूव करना है, तो firstly I should find out beta dash.
Yes, ma'am.
So beta dash is equal to, now everyone knowing how to find out the this one, that is alpha dash of t of s, because we know that if you want to find out the derivative in the composite rule, ये किया है ना हमने. रिपैरामीटराइजेशन के बाद हमने एक रिजल्ट देखा था, वहां पे क्या था? relation between the reparameterization and the velocity. At that time I have shown you that how to find out the derivative of a composition. आठवतंय ना सगळ्यांना? अल्फा डैश ऑफ टी ऑफ एस, राइट? डेरिवेटिव हम लोग ऐसे ही निकालते हैं ना, अगर प्रोडक्ट है that is composition, beta is equal to alpha composite h, right? So how to find out? Beta dash is equal to alpha dash of h into h dash. I hope now remember. So dt by ds, this t dash means what? dt by ds, correct? T is in terms of s. So we know that, what we know, dt by ds, already we are knowing that these are greater than 0, बरोबर ना? If this term is strictly greater than 0, this is also non-zero. So I can write, what I can write? as I want to find out norm of b dash. बरोबर? If I want to find out norm of b dash, I will take a norm on both sides. So norm of b dash of s is equal to norm of alpha dash of t of s into norm of dt by ds. Correct? So now we know that what is the value of this alpha dash of t of s? This is nothing but your ds by dt. Okay, let me show you how it is ds by dt. ds by dt का वैल्यू क्या था यहाँ पे? नॉर्म ऑफ अल्फा डैश ऑफ t. करेक्ट? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
ds by dt is nothing but norm of alpha dash of t. So I can use our equation 2. So here I can use our equation 2 from equation 2. This is nothing but your ds by dt and here dt by ds. So what I will get norm?
1.
1.
1.
So hence I will get norm of b dash is equals to 1. Wait for few minutes. Okay, so what we get, norm of b dash is equal to 1. Okay, so here with the help of arc length we have proved that we have norm of b dash is equal to 1, which means that we can find out the reparameterization beta of a given curve alpha such that norm of beta dash is equal to 1. Okay, so anyone having a doubt related to this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we have started with a given curve alpha and we have found the reparameterization beta of a curve alpha such that beta dash has a speed, that is beta has a unit speed, that means norm of beta dash is equal to 1. Norm of beta dash is equal to 1. So how we have done this? We have done this with the help of a arc length, right? So ds by dt we have found, and with the help of arc length we have proved the result and we have found the inverse function and hence the result. Okay. If you are not having a doubt, let us go for the examples. Find the unit speed reparameterization of a circle. Okay. Find सगळ्यांनी लिहा example. Find unit speed reparameterization of a circle of radius a. Okay, so let me start with the solution. So whatever we have done in the theorem, we have to do the same thing. Okay, we have been provided with the curve. What is a curve? Given that curve is circle. Now we know that what is the equation of a circle in terms of a parameter is a cos t, a sin t. On the condition a is not equal to 0, radius is not equal to 0. Okay, so we have to find out now reparameterization of a curve alpha, right? Now we are knowing what is a curve alpha. Curve alpha is a circle. So now it is in terms of t. With the help of arc length we have to find out its a reparameterization so that we can get a unit speed. Okay, are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so curve alpha is given to us. We have to find out a curve beta such that norm of b dash is equal to 1. Okay, so let us start with the proof. Alpha dash of t is equal to minus a sin t plus a cos t 0, right? Alpha dash of t. Now what I have to find out? Norm of alpha dash of t. This is what the steps we have to follow. क्योंकि हमें आर्क लेंथ फाइंड आउट करना है, तो आर्क लेंथ का फॉर्मूला क्या है यहाँ पे? S is equal to इंटीग्रेशन नॉर्म ऑफ अल्फा डैश ऑफ u du or alpha dash of t dt. Okay. So norm of alpha dash of t to find out करना पड़ेगा, right? So what will be the value of a norm? It is a square sin square t plus a square cos square t, right? So if I take a outside, a square under root a square में क्या होगा? Simply a. Then sin square t plus cos square t 1. So what I get the answer is norm of alpha dash of t is equals to a. Okay. Any doubt up to this one?
No, ma'am.
See, radius is given to us. Radius is nothing but your a. So I can write here radius is the speed of a circle. Correct? Because r is a radius, r is equal to a is given to us. Barobar? So we
Yes, ma'am.
got norm of alpha dash of t is equal to a means what? Speed is radius. That means speed of your circle is nothing but a. Okay. So moving point is moving with the constant speed. What is a constant speed? It is a. Okay. Now let us go for the formula of a arc length. Okay. So we have written the formula for the arc length. So integration 0 to t, because initial point I can consider 0 here. Because in the theorem we have written t equal to a to any point t. But here initial point I can consider 0. So I can have s is equal to integration 0 to t. Norm of alpha dash of t is nothing but a into. So I can have a du here. Sorry, here should be du. Alpha dash of u du. Okay. So s is equal to integration 0 to t as it is a outside du. Okay. So we can have s of t is equal to a outside and integration 0 to t, it is simply t. So I can write here t in terms of s, that is t is equal to s upon a.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we got the relation in between t and s. So I can have a relation s is equal to at, s in terms of t and t in terms of s. Correct? Just like the theorem we have done. ऐसे ही किया है ना हमने theorem के जैसे. Right? So here we got the relation in terms of s in terms of t, t in terms of s. बरोबर?
Yes, ma'am.
So here we got the relation. So now I can write beta of s is equal to alpha of t is equal to alpha of s upon a. T is nothing but your s upon a.
Yes, ma'am.
Hence alpha of s upon a is equal to, I can write जहाँ पे भी t है, t का alpha of t क्या था हमारा? Alpha of t is nothing but a cos t, a sin t, 0. So I can write now a cos s upon a, comma a sin s upon a, 0. So we can get now beta of s is equal to a cos s upon a sin s upon a. So now we have changed the parameter t to s. Okay, half partition. We have changed the parameter t to s. Now what is our aim to remain to check is norm of beta dash is equal to 1. Right? You have to check norm of beta dash is equal to 1 or not. So for that we have to check now beta dash of s. Right? What is beta dash of s? Minus a derivative cos sin s upon a. Derivative of s upon a is simply 1 upon a. A as it is, derivative sin is cos s upon a, and derivative of s upon a with respect to s we are differentiating. So it is simply 1 upon a, 0. So this a get cancelled. So v remains with beta dash of s is equal to minus sin s upon a, and next is cos s upon a, 0. So we can have norm of beta dash of s is equal to under root of sin square s upon a plus cos square s upon a. So we get which is now under root of 1 which is equal to 1 and hence the result. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we get the result as norm of beta dash is equal to 1. So for the given equation of a circle which is in terms of t, we have found the reparameterization which is in terms of s. This is what your reparameterization which is in terms of s, and then we have found norm of beta dash is equal to 1. Okay. Now I will give one example. You have to solve here and you have to tell me the answer. Okay. Find the arc length. Simply you have to find out the arc length of a curve. No need to find out beta dash. Okay. Find the arc length of the curve. Alpha of t is equal to and then later on I will solve. अगर आपने arc length मुझे बताया तो मैं next part इसका solve करूँगी. Okay. Obtain its corresponding okay. So try to find out its arc length. जैसे हमने यहाँ पे सॉल्व किया था. आर्क लेंथ कैसे फाइंड आउट किया था हमने? with the help of this formula. So what you have to do first? You have to first find out alpha dash of t, norm of alpha dash of t, put up in the formula of arc length and tell me the answer. That means simply you have to tell me the relation between t and s. Okay, those who have solved, they can understand and they can solve it. Okay, पहला example ज्यांनी solve केलं त्यांना येईल. But still I will give you a hint. First you have to find out alpha dash, find norm of alpha dash, then find out the formula of arc length. S is equal to integration 0 to t norm of alpha dash of u du. And then tell me the relation between s and t. Yes, can anyone tell me the relation between S and T?
Three A upon two sine two T.
Yes. Anyone getting the same answer? Okay, just tell me what is norm of alpha dash of T?
3A sine T cos T.
3a by 2 sine 2t, na?
Ma'am, norm alpha dash of T is equal to 3A into sine T cos T येतं.
Okay, sin
Yes,
t
ma'am.
cos t है ना, तो 2 से डिवाइड और मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, उसको क्या होगा वो sin 2t का
Sine
फॉर्मूला.
2T. Yes, ma'am.
So just divide and multiply and you will get 3a by 2 sin 2t is a norm of alpha dash of t. sin t cos t के लिखने की बजाय आप ऐसे सिंपल फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं ना. Only one
Yes, ma'am.
one formula, that is 3a by 2 sin 2t. Okay, I hope now everyone getting the answer of norm of alpha dash of t. Okay, let us go for solving s of t. That is formula for arc length. Integration 0 to t norm of alpha dash of u du. That is integration 0 to t 3a by 2 sine 2u du. Okay. So integration, sorry, now I can solve the integration. This 3a by 2 I can take outside the integration. And what we remains, integration of sine 2u is
Cos 2U by 2.
whether it is positive, negative, integration of sine,
Negative.
negative. I have to take the minus sign, minus 3a by 4 cos of 2u within the limit 0 to t. Minus 3a by 4. So now I can have formula cos of 2t minus cos 0. So we get 3a by 4. As we are finding the arc length, so I can just mark out with negative. क्योंकि arc length कभी भी negative नहीं होगा ना. Arc length means was it is distance. Now again, if you want to do the things that if you want to mark out that negative sign, you can use that negative sign, or you can here, if suppose I have this negative sign, what is the formula for 1 minus cos of 2t?
sin square t.
Correct. 2 sin square t. So I can now use that formula. ये ना माइनस साइन अगर मैंने मर्ज किया pa/4 2 sin square t. So I can have 3a/2 now. Right? 3a/2 sin square t. So s is equal to, we got this one. Okay? So we got the relation between s and t. Correct? Now I have to find out t in terms of s. So I can do that. So what I will do, 2s/3a is equal to sin square t, which implies under root 2s/3a is equal to sin t, which means t is equal to sin inverse of under root 2s upon 3a. So this we get the relation in between t and s, t in terms of s, s in terms of t. Any doubt up to this one?
No, ma'am.
सिंपल है, इजी इंटीग्रेशन है यहाँ पे. डेरिवेटिव एंड इंटीग्रेशन विच एवर वी आर गोइंग टू सी इन दिस डिफरेंशियल ज्योमेट्री पेपर, इट इज वेरी इजी. सिंपली वी हैव टू मेक अ यूज ऑफ अ फॉर्मूला. ओके. अब यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है. व्हाई? बिकॉज बीटा ऑफ एस नाउ आई हैव टू राइट डाउन अल्फा ऑफ टी इज इक्वल टू अल्फा ऑफ जहां पे भी आपका टी होगा वहां पे आपको ये पूरा टर्म लिखना पड़ेगा. राइट? सो यू आर नोइंग व्हाट इज योर इक्वेशन. What is our equation? A
Cos t, a sin cube t, 0.
a cos cube t, a sin cube t, 0. So जहाँ पे भी t है आपको ये पूरा टर्म लिखना पड़ेगा. t is nothing but your this term, no, sin inverse of under root of 2s upon 3a. Okay? क्योंकि हमने सेकेंड पार्ट भी सॉल्व करना है ना. सेकेंड पार्ट में क्या क्वेश्चन है? नॉर्म ऑफ b dash we have to show it is equal to 1. Okay, so now as it is sin inverse will get cancelled. So for that what I will do, this cos cube I will convert in terms of sin as 1 minus sin square t raised to 3/2. How I have done that, I will show you. The cos square t is nothing but 1 minus sin square t. बरोबर?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is cos t? Under root of 1 minus sin square t. बरोबर? But here it is raised to 3. Right? So this under root 1/2 as it is and this cube as it is. बरोबर?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here it is a sin cube t as it is 0. Now you can put the value of t. Correct? So beta of s is equal to a 1 minus sin square under root of 2s upon 3a raised to 3/2 a sin cube. Again the value of t is here sin inverse was remaining. Sin inverse under root 2s upon a, last term is 0. So beta of s I can write as a outside sin square. So I can have simply 1 minus 2s upon 3a. बराबर? With square. यहाँ पे अंडर रूट है, यहाँ पे स्क्वायर है. साइन इनवर्स विल बी कैंसलिंग 1. यहाँ पे स्क्वायर है, यहाँ पे अंडर रूट है. सो व्हाट आई विल गेट 2s upon 3a. a again sin inverse get cancel. ये यहाँ पे 3 है, यहाँ पे 1/2. So what I will get is 2s upon 3a raised to 3/2, यहाँ पे भी क्या आएगा, रेस टू 3/2 0. ये 3/2 एज इट इज कैरी किया है मैंने. ओके, यहाँ क्या होगा, ये क्यूब प्लस दिस 1/2, 1/2, that is under root 2. Yes, everyone getting me what I have written? If you have a doubt, you can ask me. Yes, कुणाला डाउट आहे का? सिंपल फॉर्मूला यूज किया है मैंने. साइन इनवर्स इक्वल टू 1 होगा. जहाँ पे स्क्वायर है, जहाँ पे अंडर रूट है, वो सिर्फ आपको इवेलुएट करना है. यहाँ पे स्क्वायर प्लस अंडर रूट है, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी गेट द रिजल्ट एज सिंपली 2s/3. और ये 3/2 एज इट इज कैरी करना पड़ेगा, राइट. यहाँ पे क्यूब है, यहाँ पे अंडर रूट है, राइट. साइन इनवर्स विल गेट कैंसल, वी रिमेन्स विथ 3/2. Now what is our next job? We have to find out beta dash. And then finally norm of beta dash. Okay, now I have to differentiate with respect to s. So a as it is, derivative of this will be 3/2, 1 minus 2s/3 a, 3/2 minus 1. What it will be? 1/2. And derivative of this term, derivative of this term will be simply minus 2/3a into 3/2 as it is, 2s/3a raised to 1/2. Derivative of this term is 2/3a 0. Okay, yes, everyone got me what I have written the derivative with respect to s?
Yes, ma'am.
See, if you are having a doubt, you can ask me, because I am not able to see your faces, so I cannot read your faces. Okay, so this a, this 2 get cancelled, this 3 get cancelled. Okay, we remains with this negative sign, 1 minus 2s/3a raised to half. Again, you can say this 3 get cancelled, this 2 get cancelled. Sorry, here it is 3. सॉरी, एक ए रह गया है यहाँ पे, राइट. ये वाला ए मैंने कैरी नहीं किया है. यू शुड कैरी दिस, सो दिस ए ऑल्सो गेट कैंसल. So we get 2s/3a raised to half 0. Okay, so beta dash भी हमने कैलकुलेट किया है, right? Simply we have to find out the norm. Norm of this square किया तो यहाँ पे क्या बचेगा, 1 minus 2s/3a. इसका भी स्क्वायर करने के बाद क्या बचेगा, 2s/3a. So these two get cancelled, we get under root 1, which is equal to 1. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope you can solve the examples now.
Yes, ma'am.
See, again, if you are having a doubt, you can ask me. Let us give me one example for the homework. Try to find out the answer. That is what you have to find out first, arc length. Then you have to find out norm of b dash. If you are not able to solve, just put it as it is, because actually this will not be able to solve. Just I want to give you a hint for the next point in our syllabus. So don't be worried if you are not able to solve this one. Also find out the unit speed reparameterization for helix. आठवते सगळ्यांना हेलिक्स? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
anyone remember helix? You have constructed helix like this, no? One circle in the xy plane, then height will be increasing. I have shown you the images also. Animation भी बताया था मैंने helix का. If you don't remember, you can go back to the YouTube lecture where you can see the helix. I have shown you the images, animation for the helix. In detail, I have shown you how the helix work. So you have to do it for the helix also. Try to solve these two. First, try to solve this one helix. पहले ये solve करो, फिर ये वाला, and then try for this one. These all three are the homework for you people. And this time I don't want any excuse for this. You have to solve it at any cost. So in the next lecture, we will go for the some orientation and all. So we will finish our first unit. And the first unit will be the syllabus for your first internal. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Almost हमारा first unit cover हो गया है. Simply I need 1.5 hour for only one lecture I will require to complete whole first unit, and whole first unit will be there for your internal exam. Okay? If you are not having a doubt, you can leave the meeting. Write down all the example for the homework.
Ma'am, when do we have our internal?